How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to run through the URC week 12 and let's have a full breakdown and review of the games. So hopefully this video does give you confidence to give me your subscription, in which case I shall be greatly appreciative. But let's break them down. Starting on Friday, Munster versus Edinburgh. And honestly, I thought Munster had this one. I really did think Munster had this one, but Edinburgh put in a stunning performance. Curry was just an absolute monster, banging himself a hat trick. They just couldn't handle him. So Munster lost. The game finished 34-28 in Edinburgh's favour. We had tries in relation to Munster from Nankivell, 2, O'Connor got 1, O'Brien 1, Burns with 3 conversions, and Butler with a conversion as well. And then for Edinburgh, we got tries for Thompson, 3 from Curry, Bradbury got 1, and then 3 conversions from Thompson and a penalty as well. So, yeah, Edinburgh really coming off of a little bit of a losing streak after losing to Zebre and Scarlets. They really put in a serious performance and kind of showed Munster, you know, what their deal is. And honestly, I could have sworn Munster was going to come away with this win. Obviously, they did come through off of wins of the Scarlets and the Dragons. I just felt Munster had too much in their forward pack for Edinburgh. But yeah, Edinburgh put in a serious performance. So I was deathly wrong in terms of that. And what a bloody performance from Curry. Damn, the guy can ball. Then we have Zebre versus the Dragons. Zebre coming out on top. I was kind of expecting this. Zebre winning 31-21. Tries from Licata, Stavel, Priscantelli, Peya, then conversions from Dare, 4 conversions and a penalty from Priscantelli on the 80th minute. And then 2 tries from Coughlin, 1 try from Westwood, 3 conversions from Reed. And yeah, Zebre was, they're kind of getting into form now, which the Zebre can be very scary when they get into form, because things are starting to go their way now. And them and Dragons, they were kind of bottom end of the table, which was kind of where everybody was sitting. But now we see Zebre coming closer to Ulster, coming closer to Benetton and the Stormers, and we could quite easily see, with another good performance from Zebre, they move from 15th quite easily. Who knows, potentially up even into the top half, maybe 8th, 9th, because in terms of the point separation, where Zebre sits on 25 points and Connacht sitting at 29 points at 8th, and then we have from the Lions at 9th and Benetton at 13th, all sitting on 28 points apiece. We could see a very big change in terms of points there. So for all we know, Zebre could move up the table very quickly with a couple, stringing through a couple good performances, because I think this is now their 3rd win on the trot. So yeah, putting in a really good performance. And then we have Saturday's games, Lions versus the Sharks. This one was such a disappointment. I was so frustrated. I was really peed off, and I do have a video in relation to this. But Lions, they got tries from Buerta, Horn, Van der Merwe, Creel, Cairns, and then Lombard. Lombard getting 3 conversions, Stain getting 1 as well. And then the Sharks, late tries from Hooker and Khaleesi, which give them 14 points, where honestly the Lions should have whipped their backsides 38-0 as it deserved to be. But the Sharks did come in with 2 late tries and, at least put some points on the board. At least that. And I am just going to kind of leave that as it is, because you guys go watch the game and just go watch the Sharks get absolutely humiliated. They were just toothless. They had nothing about them. They had no creativity. They weren't pushing. They weren't running lines as you would expect. I don't know. It's like they just weren't even there. So yeah, go watch the highlights, and then you can see why I'm so annoyed by that. Leinster versus Cardiff. Leinster coming away with another win with that 16 wins on the trot. 40, 42-24. Leinster just putting in another ridiculous performance. I don't think anybody can beat Leinster right now. They are quite possibly the top dogs in the URC. There's no stopping them right now. Plus, they are a weakened side because of the Six Nations and just monster. And always just give a shout out to Achia Sneeman. Guy's a beast. So tries from McKee, Boyle, Deegan, McGrath, Tector, and Russell. Special note to McGrath, who had an absolutely stellar performance. And then conversions from Byrne, all round, which again, spectacular performance. Cardiff did get tries from two from Millard, one from Young, one from Bevan, and then conversions from Sheedy and De Beer. Things are not going well for Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff actually put up a bloody good fight, but they just cannot stop losing, whereas Leinster cannot stop winning, and I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. We did see the Stormers pick up some invaluable points up against the Bulls, beating them 19-16 in a hotly contested game. The Bulls getting a try from Vermaak, conversions from Creel, and then 3 penalties from Creel. Whereas the Stormers, they got 1 try from Similane, converted by Mati, and then 4 penalties from Mati as well. So it's a relatively low try scoring game, but quite quite high intensity, and the switch here. Whereas the Bulls were coming off of a pretty good, streak, obviously losing to the Sharks, but otherwise beating the Stormers, Lions, and Stade Francais, and then coming off of another loss to the Stormers. Whereas the Stormers losing to the Lions, Bulls, Leinster, and Racing, and now coming off of a pretty solid win up against the Bulls. So definitely picking up some serious points there. Ulster versus Scarlets. I was kind of expecting Ulster to put in a really good performance. I think I did predict Scarlets to win, but obviously not. Ulster coming away with the win, 30-28 tries from Timoney, Reid, O'Connor, conversions, 2 conversions from Murphy, 1 from Doak, and then 3 penalties from Murphy. Whereas Scarlets, they got tries from Page, Nicholas, and Fifita, and then 2 conversions from Lloyd, and I believe it's 3 penalties from Lloyd as well. And again, both teams coming off of necessarily heavy losses. Obviously, Ulster 2 losses to Italian teams, Benetton and Zebre, but obviously coming away with a pretty solid win up against the Scarlets. Whereas the Scarlets, they lost to Ulster and Munster. So they lost to Munster. They beat Edinburgh, Van, and then obviously getting another loss to Ulster. So not exactly having the best of times throughout, but putting in a good shift. We had Connacht versus Benetton. Now this was a brilliant game. 38-30 it ended in Connacht's favour. Definitely go watch the highlights in relation to this. But we got tries from Treacy, 2 from Bolton, who Bolton had a bloody stellar game. Boyle, Hurley Langton, and then Devine. Yane getting three conversions, and Hanrahan as well. And then we had tries in relation to Benetton from Mendy, Urin, Zanon, Albanoth with 3 conversions, penalties from, and I think there's another 3 penalties from Albanoth as well. Again, that guy, he's just golden boot. He had, I'd like to think he had a pretty damn good game up against Connacht. But yeah. Now, this was a game that I honestly got shocked by, because I honestly thought Glasgow were going to take this win over the Ospreys. I thought, I don't know. When you look at everything, you think Glasgow is just going to absolutely bulldoze Ospreys, because Ospreys are 11th now and Glasgow is 2nd, right? You would have thought, oh, this is going to be a tight game, but Glasgow's going to take this away. Ospreys had another bloody view on that. They beat Glasgow 32-31 in a ridiculously hard-fought game. It was here, there, and everywhere. Some serious tries on show from the Ospreys. And they're kind of showing everybody what they are capable of doing. So tries in relation to Glasgow from Mann, Schickerling, 2 from Schickerling, Cordero, and Macbeth. 3 conversions from Veer, and then Ospreys, they got tries from Morse, Hardy, 2 from Hardy, Parry, Giles, conversions from Edwards, Walsh, and then another penalty from Walsh on the 82nd minute, kind of just solidifying that, and this was such action packed. We had a try from Macbeth in the 79th minute. 79th minute, it was at the death. Like, it was there for the bloody taking. Glasgow could have tasted it. They could have tasted that win. But then what happens? What goes and happens? Walsh is what happens. Walsh is what happens. 82nd minute coming through with a penalty. I'm glad it wasn't Finn Russell, because otherwise we would have seen Glasgow win. 82nd minute, pulling through a ridiculous performance, coming away with a win. You got to feel sorry for Glasgow, but hey, I want to know what your thoughts in the comment section below in the moments leading up to this penalty. What do you guys think? Because this was one of the most interesting bloody games of the entire weekend. How this game ended was just ridiculous. So, guys, let me know what you guys think in relation to this, because Walsh came through with such a clutch penalty. I'm pretty certain everybody's hearts would just come those last final minutes. So let me know what you guys think. As always, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And catch you guys in the next one. Bye.